Hey guys, today we are showing you how to do air fryer chicken in the Foodi.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun!
Ow! Oh, that's hot.
Oh, Lord.
That's hot, y'all. Hi, welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the good old boy and Miss Cris back in the kitchen. Cooking up another dish from recipes.crock.com. What are we making today?
We are going to make air fryer chicken in our Ninja Foodi for Foodi Friday. And if you have an air fryer, you can play along at home even if you don't have a Ninja Foodi.
Yeah, we've done it in both since it's Foodi Friday. We're going to do it in the Foodi. I guess we could have made an air fryer Friday, but that's hard to say. So we're going to do this in our, this is our 6.5 quart. You can do the 6.5, you can do it in the 8. It's the same thing. You just need to make sure one thing, the size of your chicken. This one that we have in the pot fits. We got one the other day that was like a 6-pound chicken.
It was like a turkey.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, what happened to the chicken? And so anyhow, just a brief note for Foodi lovers. This is not going to use the pressure cooker feature first and then crisp up the skin, which is something the Foodi can do. And you can totally do that by following our pressure cooker recipe and then draining the juices and using your air crisper. That's totally possible, but today we're just going straight up air fry. Yep.
So one thing you need to do is when you get your chicken out of its packaging, whatever it is, you want to pat it dry. That way that skin's a little bit dry because we're going to apply some makeup to it. This is pretty much the same thing as the Firebird recipe. I will add a link down below to that as well as the YouTube video that shows the Firebird. That is a slow cooker version of what we're doing here. So the first thing we need is to tell you about the ingredients. You need, well, a chicken. This is about a 4 to 5 pound chicken that we've got. It just barely fits in there, but she fits in real good. And then you need to worry about your makeup on the chicken. And what you're going to need.
2 teaspoons of Shire sauce.
We call it Worcestershire sauce, whatever you want to call it. Shire sauce in a bowl.
2 teaspoons of soy sauce.
Same bowl.
2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You can use less if you're not a garlic fan.
But we like it at garlic and we're scared of vampires, so.
And a tablespoon and a half of chili powder.
So far, she's right on.
And 2 teaspoons of salt. We like to use kosher salt.
Yep.
And then a tablespoon
and a half
of
either melted butter or you can use bacon fat. We did not have any rendered bacon fat. I don't know why, because we love bacon, but we're going to use butter, and then I'm just going to mix this up.
Yep. So this is the paste we're going to use. Again, this is our Firebird chicken mixture that we use. That a lot of the Crock Posse loves that slow cooker version, so that's why we're making the air fryer version this way. If you don't have these ingredients and you want to try this quickly at home, you could also just sprinkle Lorry salt all over your bird and use the same method, and it's still going to taste great.
But I'm going to tell you,
but this is good.
When you mix that Shire sauce with the garlic, there is an aroma that comes out. Again, I wish I could just bring this up to you and you could smell it. It is really good.
So what we're
now the fun part.
So we have the metal rack inside of the Foodi on the bottom level so that we can easily get the bird out at the end. We have breast side up.
First thing you want to do is you want to get your hand underneath that skin and separate the skin from the meat up there. That way you've got yourself a pocket. Okay?
So
remember where we massaged the chicken in the Firebird recipe?
Let's not remember.
So I'm going to get some. I'm probably going to get this all over the counter. But you just want to put that in there and just apply it underneath.
Yep.
Because you want that seasoning to go right in to the meat.
Yep. And so you're going to do inside the skin and outside the skin all over, and there should be plenty of paste to do all that, or it's not really a paste. It's more of a slather.
An applique, yeah.
So we're going to slather
just like that right
both
there.
The inside and the outside. Then
and try to do what I didn't do, or try not to do what I did do, I guess. Try not to tear that skin, because as that heats up, that skin's going to shrink, and so that's probably going to split just like that. Try not to do that. So
we are starting right now with it breast side up so that we can flip it and have it cook first breast side down.
Just like that. Oh yeah.
So this is not a this is a messy job.
Yes, I should have got some kitchen gloves, some kitchen gloves. But you want to make sure you get that. I'm going to get it on the legs as well. Rub it on down. And now, just like Cris said, you want to do this breast side up first.
Careful.
And start seasoning. That way when you flip your chicken over, she's breast side down. That way when she initially cooks, all them juices that render out of the chicken go down into the breast. Because what's going to dry out first on a chicken? The breast. This is.
Now this produces a very juicy
now,
chicken.
I want to do the same here.
Yeah,
right?
you want to, as much as you can. You don't have to do tons because you don't really eat a lot of that meat right there. It just helps kind of.
But it's going to flavor it and go down into the meat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to open that pocket up right there. I have big hands, so I was going to have Cris do this, but what did you do?
I burnt myself this morning.
On what?
On my breakfast. My breakfast jumped out and got me and burnt me. And so I'm wearing a Band-Aid, and so I said, hey, guess what?
You're gonna
get to
your
do all
hands
the
dirty.
chicken stuff.
Alright, so I made a pocket down in there. I'll take half of what's left, which is about a tablespoon of that, whatever's left over. And again, this is going to let that garlic, mostly the garlic, that's the biggest part of it, let it soak down into the meat.
It's very, very fragrant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this kitchen already smells good. I would almost want to eat the chicken like that, but I don't think it would be good for me.
No.
So I won't. And one thing is, you want to make sure that you definitely wash your hands and your counter space because you're messing with raw chicken. Watch out. And just like that, rub it into that skin. And now it just looks like you got yourself a dirty chicken.
The seasoning is going to really help bring out a beautiful color on the skin. So,
so she's laid down in there. She's all made up and pretty. Now I'm going to let you touch that while I go wash my hands.
So we're going to put this on the air crisper feature, and we're going to set the temperature for 360 degrees for 30 minutes initially. So I'm going to take...
That was 360 for 30, is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we're going to go to 360 for 30 minutes. And while this and then after 30 minutes, we are going to flip her back over and cook for another 30 minutes. And that is because we have a 5-pound bird, and we've tested it several times, and it takes about an hour to get it nice and tender and juicy. If it's not quite as tender as you want, you just want to cook it a few more minutes. If you have a smaller bird, you'll probably want to cook it less. But it's all going to depend, and given what we've been dealing with our I mean, one day our grocery store literally gave me like 2.5, 3-pound guys, and then the next week I ordered the same thing because I've been testing these recipes for a while.
We've been eating a lot of
6.5
chicken.
pound.
We've been eating a lot of chicken in this house.
Yes, there's been a lot of chicken going on, but it ended up with
It was like a baby Huey.
it was big. So anyhow, so I kind of went middle of the road, and I've been trying to test 5-pound because that's kind of the typical size for a family dinner. But we'll be back in 30 minutes, show you what it looks like, and then
flip our chicken.
Flip her.
So we'll do that in 3, 2, 1. And we are back, and 30 minutes has passed, and the chicken is not done, but we need to flip the bird. The one in the pot.
Yes.
So this is what she looks like now. See, it looks done, but it's not done. What we need to do...
That skin is crisping all up.
Yes,
look at how pretty that is.
That
Oh, now
really
it's
good.
all steamed up.
It smells good too. So I'm going to take this out just to show you guys what it looks like and what I'm about to do. You could totally do this in your pot.
Be gentle.
I'm going to be very gentle with our delicate bird. But that looks pretty enough to eat right now. Don't, because it's not done. But all I want to do is get in the right side of the bird here. And we're just going to turn her over. Oh, that's hot.
Oh, Lord.
That's hot, y'all. And we just want to flip it over, just like that. And that's what she looks like underneath.
You'll notice on the underneath side it's not as crisp, which is why we are flipping it.
Yes.
So that it can get crispy too.
So now all I'm going to do is grab her and bring her back in to the pot. Try not to get chicken juices everywhere. And she goes right down in there just like that.
Oh, it just totally this camera just restarted itself. So
Way to go, Cris.
I don't know what the...
All I did was I flipped her over. What'd you do to my camera?
I didn't do anything.
She broke my camera. She broke my camera. Okay, well, I turned the chicken over. I put it down in there. So now you want to close the lid.
We're going to just do 360 again for 30 minutes because, again, this is a 5-pound bird. And then we're going to check it for tenderness and doneness because you can use a meat thermometer to make sure that the chicken is done.
Pop quiz, what's the temperature? What's the temperature?
But
if you don't know, it's 165 to 170.
Yeah, we always like to cook it a little bit longer because then that makes the chicken tender. Now, you don't want to dry it out completely or anything like that. But we are going to close this up and program it for 30 minutes, and we will be back.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do when we go in here?
Clean
off the counter again. In 3, 2, 1. And we're back. The last 30 minutes have happened. Let's check out our chicken. Look at that.
She is beautiful, and you can see all those juicy juices over there.
Now, one thing we want to do is we definitely want to check because we don't want undercooked chicken. So what you want to do is take it into the deepest part of the meat. So I'm going to take it down into the breast. And then we're going to check it here. And it's already showing 189, 193. That's good. That means we are above 165 in the chicken. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to check down below in there too. I want to get those. Well, if I can find the thigh. Yeah, we're well above.
It's very happy.
So we're good. We've got one good cooked chicken, so let's get her out of there.
Oh.
Try not to knock everything over. And
careful.
There we go.
Alright, and when you cut into this, I am going to record it because I want them to see how juicy it is.
That smells so good right now. So I'm just going to cut into the breast.
She
and
is
you can
so
see,
beautiful.
Yeah, that turned out really good.
Yes.
Sometimes that skin may split. If it does, it's not going to hurt anything. But oh, did you see those juices come out of there like that?
Yeah, totally juicy. So you could also let this set for a little bit, which we've let it set for a few minutes.
Yeah, let it rest.
But the longer you let it set, the more those juices are going to kind of reabsorb into the meat. I also don't...
There's juices running everywhere.
I also don't mind when I'm cutting up a chicken like this to serve it on a platter and put those juices back over the meat.
Now me, I'm a thigh and a leg guy, so I'm going to cut off a portion, a small portion of course.
I think you might want to take
myself.
the chicken and put it on the cutting board maybe.
Oh, I could have done that.
That way you're not fighting it. Yes.
Be smart. Don't touch the metal things once they come out of the hot things.
So the air fryer...
Don't swing the hot things at the hot things.
The air fryer chicken is going to have much more of the texture like a rotisserie chicken than a crock pot version or a pressure cooker version.
Ooh, you might want to grab some paper towels. We're slinging juices everywhere in here. That's just how juicy this chicken is. Well, you know, we're part of this. We're a team. Look at that.
I feel like I'm under attack. Oh.
You think you feel under attack? You ought to think how this chicken's feeling right now. I really want that leg quarter.
It's been a while since I've been in the kitchen with you.
You know, it's been a while since I've cleaned our aprons too, which is why I'm wearing the cherries. You know, I'm not doing this for fashion's sake. So.
This camera does not like me. It is now.
Is it shutting off again?
It is now saying that the memory card is full.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Maybe if I cleaned off that. Yeah, I clean off memory cards like I clean the kitchen.
I really want them to see.
Oh,
like, if you can't see how juicy this is, I think he's going to come up and show you.
Yeah.
But this is one of the fears with air fryer chicken is that it wouldn't be as juicy as like if you did it in the crock pot. Fear no more. It is so.
Look at that. It's hard to show. Honestly, you're just gonna take our words for it. I mean, there's juice running all throughout that plate, but that right there is a piece of breast meat. You know, I have an affinity with breasts because, well, chicken breasts anyway, because they dry out, and I don't like dry meat. I don't care what it is. I don't want to eat jerky if it's coming straight out of the cooker.
That flavoring, I already took a bite.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah.
Cheated.
That flavoring is perfect. Like, I love our Firebird seasoning on this. It's made perfect in the air fryer.
I just ate a piece of that breast, and it is just tender and juicy.
You guys are gonna have to try it. You can do it on Air Crisp in your Ninja Foodi, or you can do it in a traditional air fryer. We have tested it both ways, and it is super, super yummy. You can use the leftovers of this to make sandwiches, to shred up into soups and all that. If you want to eat it just this way, it's
Firebird
perfect.
chicken and noodles.
Makes great sandwiches. I know Addie and Daddy have been making tacos with it. We love this recipe. We love this method of making this recipe, and it is so juicy.
It takes an hour. It takes 5 minutes, if 5 minutes, to put the chicken together, and it takes an hour to cook it in your your air fryer or your Foodi, whatever you're using. And I'm telling y'all, that would make any family happy.
Those juices are phenomenal.
That's really, really good.
So,
hey, good job. Thank you for watching another Foodie Friday here on As Good As It Gets, sponsored by recipes.crock.com and our patrons. We love y'all and we thank you, and we hope that if you're liking what we're doing, you give us a thumbs up. And also, if you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, all you got to do is click that little subscribe button down below, and you are a welcome member of the family that we call the Crock Posse. Also, if you want to know what we do when we do it, click that little bell called the
ding-a-ling,
and we will send you an email to let you know, hey, we got a new video up, whatever it may be.
I think it does notifications.
It'll send you an email if you
You're
hit the
making
email.
all kinds of promises.
Hey, we're going to put up new stuff and we want you to see it. So, And also, y'all, the main thing about all this is whatever you do, laugh often.
Eat good food.
And speak life.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to tear this chicken
Yeah,
up.
I know. I guess I'm going to be cleaning this chicken up. Where are the scissors? Like,
No.
Off with his head. I'm not going to find it. Okay.
Ow!
What's that?
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.